A big international story, of course, that we are following is the G7 summit in Italy. And today was the day of key bilaterals for India. Prime Minister Modi, in fact, met world leaders, several world leaders at the G7 summit, including Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. The visuals on your screens there. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Emmanuel Macron, the French president, as well as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Now, Zelensky's was an unscheduled meeting with Prime Minister Modi, but the rest were, of course, key bilaterals. And this is, of course, an important day in terms of bilaterals for India. Of course, the focus largely for the G7 summit this time around is Ukraine, as well as the conflict in Gaza. But for India, of course, this is important strategic meetings which Prime Minister Modi has attended today. Several key bilaterals already done. Bilaterals also lined up with Fumio Kishida, the Japanese Prime Minister, and also Olaf Scholz, the German Chancellor. Let me go across to my colleague Vishal for more on this. Vishal, it's a high optics, high-level meetings which are taking place in Italy, of course, as expected. But also a surprise in the store in terms of this meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky. Take us through the significance of this day of bilaterals for India at G7.
So this is an important day in India's diplomacy because in a day, the Indian Prime Minister has met at least 7 of the top leaders of the world, including Rishi Sunak, Volodymyr Zelensky. He was also expected to meet Biden, but that didn't happen. And there was also talk that he could meet Trudeau, but even that hasn't happened. But other than these 2 leaders, he has met almost all the top leaders. He also met Giorgia Meloni a few moments ago, and he also met the Pope. Pope was there for the first time at the G7 meet. This is a very important meet because at this meet it was decided that at least $50 billion will be given to Ukraine, to aid it in the war against Russia. So it's a very important day for Ukraine as well. And as the day progresses and as the week progresses, we'll get to know more about all the updates, and we'll bring all the updates to you.
Right. Vishal, stay with us. Also, one quick question, if you can answer on in terms of the fact that this meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukraine, of course, is one of at the center stage of the G7 summit this time around. In terms of how we have seen India, of course, playing a very key role, not taking any one particular side, but speaking to both sides in order to find a resolution through peace. And that is something that India reiterated today as well, essentially saying that the focus, the way out now should, of course, still be in terms of finding a peaceful resolution for the Ukraine, as far as the Ukraine conflict is concerned.
That is right. So India has always maintained this non-alignment policy, and it continues to do so. About a year ago, it had the Prime Minister spoken with Vladimir Putin and said that this is not the time for war. So India continues to stay on the same path and continues to, advocate peace all over the world. So when we talk about peace, it seems to be a difficulty at the moment because there are lots of wars going on all across the world. Whether it's Ukraine and Russia or Israel and Hamas. So, but India's stance remains the same across the planet, that is of peace.